Welcome back to Offroad Touring. So in this video here, we're going to be on Fraser Island for a whole week, which I'm so excited for.
Just left in skip just over there, and as you can tell, we are on the barge. There's 2 patrols lined up there, so yeah, Fraser's just over there. We're nearly over. We are super keen, and on this one, as you can tell, we are with Renee on this trip as well. So keen to be on Fraser for the first time.
I'm pretty keen, first time I've been on Fraser.
Anyways, we're going to jump onto Fraser and get into it. How good is it to be back on Fraser? It's been about just over a year, I think, since we've been on Fraser.
January 2024 was when we were last here.
Just jumped off the barge now, and weather at the moment is pretty, it's a bit overcast and cloudy, and the seas are out there is high tide and choppy at the moment as well. On the east coast of Fraser, and I must say this looks a lot different from last time. The tide, you can see, went all the way up to the dunes. Luckily it is going out at the moment, so yeah, we'll keep punching up and see how we go.
So this is my first time going to Fraser. I haven't been here before, and the sand is pretty damn soft, I must say.
How good has it been back out on the beach?
This is what a lot of people think. Absolutely love it.
It is real good. The last trip we just were on was Stratty, and yeah, now we're out on Fraser, so one island to the next. How good.
I must say, this sounds a lot softer on Fraser compared to Stratty though.
Yeah, very true, and there's a lot more built up on Stratty as well, but yeah, anyways, you've got a lot yet to see on this island. First dingo of the trip, and he's coming up to say hi. Hello, buddy. Renee back there is pretty bloody happy right now. First time sort of seeing the dingo out here, so.
I think once I come on my car and come for a little ride. Look at it!
Yeah, literally I can't right up my hand now.
Oh, it's so cute!
We're now here, pulled up at Eli Creek, so it's looking bloody nice. We love Eli Creek. It's one of our top attractions, I think, out here.
Definitely top 3 for sure. Can't wait though, my favorite spot to go to, Lake Mackenzie.
Mackenzie?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna need a good sunny day for that one, I reckon. It doesn't get warmer, I'll tell you that much.
Ready?
Swap back. Whoop. Goodbye. It is absolutely so nice to be back out on Fraser.
So chill. I miss this.
A bit blurry at the moment because there's some fog behind that glass, but first time at Eli, how is it?
It was freezing at first, but it's nice and refreshing.
Once you're in, yeah.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, I like this, but it's a bit chilly.
Rude.
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. It doesn't learn.
We're on day 1 of 7. I don't know how this will end. So I'm still chilling in my floaty. Cameron's pulling us along, and we've obtained another floaty. A flamingo.
And we've just come up to the end. Down here. 2 dingoes have just come up to us. There's one here. One's right next to Renee, just up there. One's laying up over there on the beach. Just so peaceful. Look at him right there. We're all packed up now from Eli Creek, so
Getting close to about 4 o'clock now, and we still got a bit of a distance till we get to camp, so we're thinking of just making tracks and hopefully get to camp not too late.
yeah, so anyways, gonna jump back to the patrols and continue making way out of here, but what a good spot this is.
Just up ahead you can see the shipwrecks, which is the first time I've actually ever seen them, so it's pretty exciting.
And here we are, pulled up at the famous Mahina wreck. This thing never stops amazing me. Just being able to see this sort of here. Last time we were out here, it was even more exposed, so it's washing out over time. What do you think first time sort of seeing it?
It's a lot bigger in person, that's for sure. It's bloody crazy.
So not wrong at all. Absolutely rusted like no tomorrow, but still quite interesting to see.
Now they were pretty cool, pretty lucky that we got to sort of pull up on our own with our cars and stuff and get a couple good shots.
Now we're just punching, pretty much going to go straight to camp, so pass through Indian Head and Champagne Pools and all that, and then head up to Zone 8. Now coming out beach where camp zone 8 and 9 are. Very much the same as last time we were out here, except for just not that many other people out here, to be honest.
Zone 8 campsite. We've got a pretty good flat spot at the moment. It is a little bit windy, but that is necessary to keep away the sandflies, unfortunately. It's getting close to 6:30, so we're just finishing setting up and then we're going to cook some dinner. Here is Cameron's and my cute little setup with a penthouse view, and Renee's cute little
chairs.
Getting all the chairs. And Renee will be sleeping in her car tonight once all our crap is out of it. And she's got a mattress and her new drawers, which is very good. And this is our view from our campsite. How absolutely stunning is that?
Here we are just with some dinner, so it's just salad and chicken bowls, which is nice. And we've got some hot teas as well. So this is going to be us for the night. We're going to dig into this and then get to bed and see you in the morning.
Good morning. It's close to about 5:30. The sun's sort of just coming up. It would definitely be a beautiful sunrise if it wasn't for that strip of clouds, but Cameron and Renee are still asleep at our campsite, but just how beautiful is that?
We're going to get packed up, and I think the plan for today is head to Indian Head and Champagne Pools. Now just cruising along, left camp and we're on the beach. It sort of cuts off a lot more than it did a year ago when we were up here. There was a hot port beach you could drive on once again.
This would normally be the walk up to Indian Head here, but as you can obviously see, unfortunately, it's closed. Normally you go up the top and there are stunning, stunning views, but unfortunately we won't be able to do that this trip, but we will send the drone out so you can get an idea of what it would have looked like.
Doing the walk up to Indian Head is definitely worth it if it ever reopens. However, seeing it from the drone is even better. If you've ever done this walk before, let us know in the comments what you think of it. We're here now, pulled up at Champagne Pools, so head down to Champagne Pools now and go check it out. Renee, this is your first time to Champagne Pools. Have you seen anything of it before or know what to expect?
I've got no idea what to expect. It's not cool at all. Pretty excited though.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. As you're walking down, you're just met with this beautiful view of the ocean. Absolutely epic, this place. And it's coming up to high tide still, so heaps and heaps of water in there. Last time we were out here was not this high at all. There wasn't too much to swim in. Huge difference now. And unfortunately the message that's normally down here that people write down has sort of been washed out a little. Champagne Pools is definitely much better in high tide, however it's a lot more calm at low tide for those who just want to relax in the water. Either way, we're still having an epic time and with the waves crashing over, and the bubbles were definitely nice. We left Champagne Pools now, we're just out, I think this was Orchid Beach from memory. We just pulled up with the awning over the water, chairs in the water. Grace is just making some lunch, so same thing, just tuna salad sort of wraps. So yeah, we just pulled up here, going to enjoy this, and then plan for the evening is to punch up to through Nagala Rock, so we'll go do that, and then punch all the way up to Zone 9 tonight, so we might do Sandy Cape at this point, but yeah, we're going to get up to that campground anyway. So yeah, we'll dig into this and make our way up there. Here we are now, pulled up at the infamous Nagala Rocks. Grace and I have been here a year ago when we were up in Fraser. Renee has not been through here and doesn't really know what to expect, but last time was actually pretty easy for us to get through, so just going through Nagala Rocks now, so it should be fairly easy. Doesn't look too bad compared to last time, so we'll go through and sort of see how we go. Still a bit of a tight sort of turn coming through, so just nice and slow. Section. After getting past the first initial part, which is usually the softest, we continue onwards and upwards as we follow the track through. Before driving through Nagala Rocks, I was able to check the drone to see if there was anyone oncoming the other way, which definitely helped as I was able to use a lot more momentum the whole way. After we make it through, Renee jumps behind the wheel of her patrol and gets straight into Nagala Rocks. As Renee hasn't had much experience behind the wheel, she takes it nice and slow, making sure not to hit any walls around the tight corners. After Renee makes it through the rock section, she makes the climb out look very easy and the stock patrol eats it up. However, Renee continues making way through the track, ensuring to keep momentum before coming out to the end, where we continue making way north. Well, that's Nagala Rocks done and dusted once again. It was quite easy, you know, tyre pressure's down to about around 18, full driving. No issues at all. the cut through was much the same as last time we were here as well. So yeah, anyways, we're now continuing punching up, and this beach out here has actually changed quite a lot as well. We're up past sort of Sandy Cape, and we could actually get through, so we're just coming up to the start of the lighthouse sort of walk, I believe it is. Yeah, last time we were up in Fraser, we couldn't actually get through here. It was too cut off even at low tide, so bloody awesome that we can get through it today. Well, we're pulled up down there on the beach, and then we're just going to walk up to the lighthouse now. So it's 1.2 kilometre walk, and the bunker's 600 metres. So the walk so far has just been all uphill and hasn't ended yet. And here we have the Sandy Cape Lighthouse. So cool to be able to finally see this here. This lighthouse up here on this hill has such a nice view, and then out on the bay over there. And there is this sort of informational board here as well, which talks about a few bits of time. Like one of them is there's a plane buried in one of the sand dunes at Flinders Sandblow. There's a mysterious disappearance and a few other things like that. So yeah, pretty cool to read up on. Making the short but steep hike up to the lighthouse is definitely worth it if you haven't seen it before. You are met with incredible views and can check out a lot of history from this area. So just here in this museum, it has a list of things there, and then most things are sort of labelled, and it talks about it. Like there's a whale rib bone that runs across there. There's a big green turtle shell, turtle skull down there. World War II bullets. There's even sand that's been fused by lightning. Heaps of cool stuff in there. Awesome to read up on. This here is the RAF number 25 radar station. Here is one of the bunkers. It's not really much remaining, but you can see a bit of concrete structure around, some tin and that sort of stuff, some concrete wall there. So yeah, quite interesting. And then I think there's another one here, because there's that sort of rock that's sort of decaying, and then a bit of tin sort of sticking out of the ground over there, but that's all you can see for this one. So I'd imagine that's all sort of buried now, unfortunately. Well, we've done those walks, and look at what we've come back to. Look at that. This is so beautiful out on this side of the beach.
So we've arrived at our campsite now, and we are literally right next to the water. How stunning is that? We've just parked up this way, so our rooftop tent will face out to the water. Renee's bed will face out to the water, and then we're going to cook up some dinner.
The North End, if you haven't done it, definitely do. It is so nice, and this is our first night up here too. But anyways, yeah, we better get set up before it's too dark. Here's a nice campsite, but not the freaking horseflies, damn it. Even after the amount of times we've used this rooftop tent, it's still perfect condition. Everything works great with it, and 2 seconds to put up as well. And best of all, it did not cost an arm and a leg as well. So good of a tent.
Did you get the fridge stuck?
The what?
The fridge stuck?
No, I still look great. Got a water bottle. Why am I taking this one?
Easy.
Let there be light.
Oh yeah, cable's gone buried.
Let there be light.
Boom. Boom. I'm gonna get so mad by these flies in a minute. Grace is just cooking up some delicious, what is it, burgers?
Lamb burgers for dinner.
Yummy. So yeah, can't wait to dig into that. This sort of reminds us when we're camped out on Moreton right along the water. We love camps like this with the ocean right there and sort of calm, not much wind. But anyways, this is going to wrap it up for tonight. We'll catch you guys in the morning. It's another day out here in paradise. What an absolute awesome morning. Just waking up with a rooftop tent facing right out into that view. The sun's starting to come up a bit now. And I just flew the drone out over the waters there and seen a, looked like a pretty big stingray, as well as turtle out there swimming around as well. So pretty cool that that's just here swimming around in these waters. We enjoyed the morning camp along this tucked away beach. It's just so peaceful and we'll definitely be back one day. However, with the tide rising, we don't want to be caught out, so we pack up and jump back into 4-wheel drives. So we're leaving a bit later and the tide's sort of come up and cutting off some parts up here, but nothing too bad at all. Just go slow through it pretty much.
So we're about halfway up the sand hills at the moment. We're not going to go to the very peak one. There's Renee making her way up.
How cool is this, eh? You just feel like you're in a desert up here, as close as you can be. The last time we were way up on that hill over there, all the way up the top there. The sand hills have just changed so bloody much. Anyways, we're going to soak up this view for a bit, I reckon, and continue making way down south along the east coast. We continue making as much track down south, hoping not to be caught out by the tide, with multiple spots that we drove over rocks and cut throughs and bypasses before heading back through Nagala Rocks. So where it like dips down, and don't hit too hard on the front end and just see how you go.
Ready?
So we just come back up to Nagala Rocks now, and we'll let Renee go first. Gonna see how it sort of goes. We'll try and flow close behind.
Left or right?
Left, same way. Also be careful for any cars coming around. A little bit soft in the old entry there, but otherwise not too bad. Renee is running just some basic all-terrain tyres that were on that car when she bought it as well, and so far they've been holding up alright. They're also around 18 psi. Same thing, just going the other way. It's not too bad at all coming through. We're just driving to Ocean Lake now, so it's just a short drive from the ocean out to this lake. We'll check it out real quick.
So this is sort of the car park area for Ocean Lake. There's a block of toilets just here, and then some seating, picnic areas sort of around the place, and then an access out to Ocean Lake.
This is like one of my good snacks. This and beef jerky on strips like this. Oh, and blocks of chocolate as well. But you don't see me eating those ones.
I have proof that he's been eating a lot of chocolate.
He's been eating, he's eaten like out of 3 whole things of chocolate, about 85% of it.
No, I'm eating this, you see this?
It's like a big, big, massive lake. But I've never actually seen anyone swim in it, so it's a bit sketchy in my head, so I'm too scared to swim in it.
Just some cracker ASMR. Yeah, ASMR. After Ocean Lake, we decided to head straight to camp for another night under the beautiful stars out here on Fraser.
Well, good morning. We are on day 4 of 7, It is another lovely day. This is our view this morning. Renee did get up, but she fell asleep back on the chair, and Cameron's ignoring all of his alarms at the moment. But this was our setup last night, and I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this side out of the wind, absolutely riddled with horseflies. Yeah, today looks like it's going to be a really good day.
Well, we've left camp now, and I must say it's nice to be away from the flies and driving again. And it is very nice when it's low tide, you can just sort of punch straight down, whereas high tide it's a lot more slower going and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, anyways, we are currently making way to Eurong. We're gonna go through that township and sort of go from there, but another perfect day out on Fraser.
We've just come to the bakery at Eurong. Cameron and Renee got a Ned Kelly pie, and they got a donut each, which they put in the fridge, and I got a donut as well, but I ate that.
Left Eurong now. I must say they don't have a huge range in the bakery, but any bakery is still good. We're now traveling to Central Station first, and we're just on that inland track that sort of punched out, so it's about 7 kilometers until we're there. We're here now at Central and just reading up on this information board, which is pretty cool. Tells you a lot about this sort of stuff. When we were here last time in one of our first videos that were actually on Fraser, we went through all this sort of information, so definitely check that out if you haven't. This is the last one standing, tells you a bit of information with it, and you can go up and have a look at it. There is this little walk you can do along Wangulba Creek, I believe it's pronounced, just along this sort of broad walk that flows up the creek, which is quite a nice sort of scenery out here. Finally at Lake Mackenzie car park, so we just got the paddleboard all pumped up there, getting in our swimmers and whatnot. Renee's first time here at Lake Mackenzie.
Little koala.
With a koala. And then Grace and I second time here, so we're absolutely frothing to get in. It's about just after about maybe 10:30 or so. Just paradise out here. There's not near as many people as last time we were out here as well, but we are frothing to get in.
Oh, it's doing something. It's doing weird stuff.
This is just one of them places that you see on postcards and you don't sort of believe it until you see it. And trust me, this looks like the postcards.
Definitely does not disappoint at all. So we finished up at Lake Mackenzie now. We were there for probably a good 4 hours, to be honest. We had some lunch and just chilled out. It was really nice. It's honestly probably my favorite spot on Fraser. It's just outstandingly beautiful. But it's getting close to 3:30 now. We're just going to head into Kingfisher Bay for a little look-see and then maybe make our way to camp after that.
We're now here at Kingfisher Bay. This is the jetty here that goes from Kingfisher over to Harvey Bay, I believe it is. Coming out here and walking along the jetty is absolutely so nice, especially in this time of the evening. and then people up there just chilling on the beach and in the calm waters. It's so nice out here. We've now left Kingfisher Bay and we are at camp. We've already set up and got dinner on. There's some sausages, so we're just sort of having a little bit of a sausage sizzle tonight, and this is sort of our view out here. Just a nice another beachfront sort of campground. We've got the rooftop tent open so the wind just blows straight into it as well. So we love that we can have this rooftop tent and awning out both in the wind, mainly because there's flies and it gets hot. So having that breeze come through is super, super nice. But anyways, we're gonna get dug into a dinner and probably enjoy the rest of our night out here. It's now the next day and we have pulled up to the Lake Wabi walking track sort of car park. So this is on the eastern beach just north of Yurong. Last time we were out on Fraser we did Lake Wabi from the inland sort of track. Now we're going to do it from the beach track. The walk from the eastern beach is definitely longer, however the way back will be a lot easier as it's not up the big steep hill for the inland track. But I think we're nearly there and we are ready for a nice swim. I think we have finally come out to this sand dune. I don't actually remember the name of this sand dune, but it goes to Lake Wabi, that's all that matters. Oh.
How was it?
Oh, that's good. It's steeper than last time, I swear, but oh, that's good.
Fun?
Oh yeah. Grace is coming down now. Did you slow yourself down going down that? Huh? Did you slow yourself down?
Maybe. A little scared.
There's all the catfish in there that she doesn't want to get eaten by.
So I went the steeper one, so I slowed down.
Into that one.
Ready? That was mish. It's so hard to stay straight.
We're back now from Wabi and I can confirm coming from either direction is not the funnest. Definitely only worth going if you're going to actually sandboard. If you're just going to swim,
Definitely.
No way near worth it.
Yeah, but it is a lot of fun sandboarding, but it is a very long walk, so be prepared for that.
Anyways, we're gonna actually spend the rest of the day going to Mackenzie. We're gonna enjoy some time there. Tomorrow morning head into Eli Creek and then head over to the west side. I think we're just gonna jump to when we're heading over to the west side and we'll see you guys there.
So it's the next day now. We finished up at Eli Creek just relaxing around the water and stuff, and now we're heading to the west side.
And we're now here pulled up at the Knife Blade Sand Blue lookout. So it's a 500 metre walk, pretty much just into the scrub. This walk is definitely a lot more overgrown and washed out, but otherwise still not too bad. And here we have it, the Knife Blade Sand Blue. It is massive.
Yeah, largest sand blow on Fraser Island. Rises a little over 115 metres above sea level. Stretches more than 3.5 kilometres inland, advances up to 1 metre each year. That's pretty cool.
1 metre each year is crazy. We're now here pulled up to the Lake Alum car park and we're going to walk down. And I got myself some more beef jerky. We absolutely love beef jerky on all camping trips. It's one of our probably most bought snacks, that and chocolate I must say. Last time when Grace and I were here, we didn't actually realise this is where it's known that all turtles come up to the stairs. So there's a bunch of turtles in there, just everywhere, these little turtles. I wish we knew this last time, but there was also heaps of people as well. And this time it's just us down here. How good.
So we're just leaving Lake Alum now. I got to admit, it was really, really cool. There were honestly probably like at least 50 turtles right at the edge of the stairs there. It was so awesome seeing them. I've never seen that many or anything like that before.
We've now come out onto the west side and it is so nice out here. It's always nice out on the west side. And yeah, anyways, we're pretty much just cruising up the beach, just gonna try and look for a campsite here.
So we're camping on the beautiful west side tonight. We've arrived at camp and mostly set up. Renee's over here. We're just waiting for the beautiful sunset before we head back on the barge tomorrow. And we've got Cameron here waiting for the sunset as a mermaid.
I don't know why I agreed to do this.
There's a tail and everything. I don't know, I think he looks great.
We enjoyed one epic afternoon on the pristine west coast where the waters are calm, dingoes pass by camp, and there's sea life right in front of us. As we watch the sunset down on the horizon, this brings us to the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next off-road touring adventure.